Hello everyone. Hello everyone. Welcome back to the channel. The Jerome Strickland channel. I want to welcome you back to another metaphysical, esoteric, spiritual lesson on life. I want to thank you for coming back to this channel. I hope that you are receiving the knowledge and wisdom to help your life. I thank you. Alright, let's get on with the lesson. Today I want to talk about what it means to be in the world but not of the world. I want to talk about what it means to be in the world and not of the world. You see, the world consists of two types of human beings: the spiritual, the unspiritual, the awakened, and the asleep, the religious, and the relationship. The wheat and the tares. You see, this world, what we know as the world, is a makeup of two vibrations, two frequencies of the mind, two outlooks, two beliefs, two energies. And you, if you are listening to this channel, are more likely an awakened one. This is why you were drawn to this video. You was drawn to the title. You are drawn to this type of knowledge and wisdom. It interests you. That's because you are a light being. And you are really not from this reality. How you got here is up for debate. Some people say, some might say you was put here to pull this world into a positive vibration, closer to source. Some say you are in a school, in a lesson. Some may say there's a war going on, a spiritual vibrational war going on. Some may say you're just a player in a game. Either way, there are two energies, two polarities on this earth. There is the love energy and the love frequency, and the selfish, gotta get mine energy frequency. There's a frequency that thinks about other people, how they feel, that thinks about love and goodness and righteousness. Then there's this other energy that thinks about manipulation, deception, selfishness, And you find yourself walking in a world that doesn't feel like your home. You feel like a foreigner on this earth. You feel like you are so different. You feel like you're a piece out of place. And you may ask the question, what is wrong with me? The answer to that question is nothing is wrong with you. It's what's wrong with the world. See, you are in this world, but you're not of this world. You are in an energy frequency, but you're not of that energy frequency. You are of a different energy frequency. And because you are of a different energy frequency, this world does not like you. This world does not favor you. It almost seems to push against you. And because of this, it makes you want to push back. Isn't that what we do when we're pushed? It makes us want to push back. You are in the world, but not of the world. And so you feel uncomfortable. You feel like somebody wearing a wool sweater. You feel itchy. You want to take it off. You want to put something on comfortable. But think for a minute. Maybe you were not put here to be comfortable. Maybe you was put here for a lesson. Maybe you was put here for a reason. Maybe there's a good reason that you are here. You see, you can't fit in even if you try. And it's painful. But like any task, like any mission, it's not easy. What am I saying here today? You are the positive and the right side of the polarity. This is why it seems that the polarity is pushing against you. The negative side of the polarity. You see, and you finding it hard to walk through this life. But I want to give you some good news here today. You are protected. There are spirit guides and angels, the love frequency, the love vibration, the source God himself. They are all on your side. The good news is you're not alone. There are other awakened people out there. There are other people out there that are spiritual. When someone says spiritual, I'm not talking religiously. I'm talking about in the right frequency, in the right vibration. You're not alone. You draw your strength from source. You draw your strength. You draw your strength from God. You draw your strength from spirit. You draw your strength from the love vibration. You draw your strength from the goodness and the righteousness of the universe. And so you must press on and move on through all of the pain, all of the misconceptions of you, all of the unfairness, all of the fighting, the spiritual warfare that you have to go through. You are in this world, but you are not of this world. You are from a different frequency. You are on a different frequency of this world. And because you are on a different frequency, this world doesn't love you. And quite frankly, you kind of don't love it either. But you have to stay in the love frequency. You were sent here for a mission. You were sent here as the positive end of the polarity. And as you move through this world, you must take on a victor mentality, not a victim mentality. You must think like someone who knows he's going to win. It's funny when a person thinks like he knows he's going to win. In other words, a person has a winning mentality. He tends to win more. But if a person has the mentality like, oh no, I might lose, or I'm not strong enough, I'm not worthy enough, I'm not good enough, I'm undeserving, that is a recipe to lose. You have to move through this world like you know you're going to win. Isn't that what the other side of the polarity is doing? For some reason, they think they're going to win. And so they walk around like they know they're going to win. Well, you need to take on that same attitude. Like you know you're going to win. Like you know you're going to be victorious. Like you know without a shadow of a doubt. See, everything, like I said in the last video, everything is mental. And it's your mental attitude that shapes your reality. You need to get the right mental attitude in this world. You in this world, but you're not of this world. But you still have to know the strategies. Don't let this world steal your soul. Don't let this world absorb you into it. Stay strong. Stay in a relationship with Source, with the universe, with God. There are beings, there are spiritual beings that vibrate on your frequency. And you can feel them watching you. You can sense them helping you. They even will send you double and triple numbers to give you encouragement, to let you know that they are with you. Have you ever noticed 1111? Maybe you noticed 444 or 333. All of these numbers come with messages. You have to look that up. The 222s. Well, another person will look at that number, but they're not in the right frequency to realize that they're looking at a double and triple number. You know, they're not in the right frequency to realize that they've been shown a number. But your spirit guides, they show you these numbers. Not only do they come with messages, they are showing you that they are with you. And so, be of good cheer and good courage. You win. I said you win. So quit walking around thinking like a loser. Quit walking around thinking that you might lose. Quit walking around thinking you might get defeated. You cannot lose. You cannot be defeated. Because you are a spiritual being. Even this body that you are in, it really means little. When you are a spiritual light being, your body is just a vehicle to move around in this reality. You are much more than that. You see, the dance between light and darkness is in everything and everybody. Darkness envelops. Light overcomes. Light overcomes the darkness. Then the darkness will envelop the light. And then the light will overcome the darkness. And then the darkness will envelop the light. Then the light will overcome the darkness. You see the dance? We live in a reality of polarity. And so we must know this. And we must take on the right mental attitude that it's not going to always be dark. And it's not always going to be light. We are in a dance between light and darkness. We are in a dance between an infinity of polarities. And so when you know this, the polarity always swings back your way. Even if it swings away from you, it doesn't swing away from you forever. You are in a dance of polarities. So with that in mind, you must understand that the victory will come your way. The victory will be yours. What is the victory anyway? Why is there this war? Why is there this difficulty? Because like two opposite sides of a magnet, they simply push against one another. You see, we're getting to the point where people don't care about the other person anymore. People are thinking about themselves. Haven't you noticed that people walk around and act like you don't exist? Have you noticed that people don't speak to you? Have you noticed that people tend to act like you don't exist in their world? Have you noticed that this world seems to be very, very cold? Have you noticed that the love and the brotherly kindness in some people does not exist? They almost seem like cyborgs walking around. They are looking at you in your eyes to get a fix on your frequency, to see where your frequency and your vibration is. And so their mission becomes to change your frequency and your vibration. You see, the matrix wants to absorb you into it. And so this is why these people act cold towards you. This is why these people pretend not to see you. Oh, they see you. This is why they pretend not to see you. Because they see you just fine. They only pretend not to see you to get you in a negative frequency. See, it's all about getting you out of the frequency of love, to take you away from God, and to absorb you into it so it can gain power. But if you notice, you resist. You resist. You resist the pull of the matrix. You resist the temptation to get in a low frequency, in a low vibration. And so the machine constantly throws different scenarios at you. And it goes on. And yes, it is a dance. The dance of polarity. You're trying to keep your vibration and your frequency high. And so they play this game with you to try to get you out of love, which is the only frequency you should be in. Anything outside of that, hatred, anger, jealousy, envy, low self-esteem, feeling undeserving and unworthy, that is the mind of the matrix, the mind of this low polarity matrix, trying to absorb you into it so it can have more power. I know this may sound too metaphysical for some people, but I know some of you get it. Some of you understand what I'm saying. Most of you may not. And if you don't, and you don't get it, and you don't resonate with this, I encourage you to just think on it. Listen to this video several times. And if you are an awakened one, you will begin to see what's being said here today. Don't let them make you think you're not worthy. Don't let them make you feel dumb. Don't let them make you feel like you don't know what you're talking about. This is why they do it. Because you do know what you're talking about and you're not dumb. You are very smart. You are very worthy and you are very deserving. And don't let anybody tell you different. Don't let anybody make you think different. Don't let them make you think that they don't see you. They see you because they feel you and they sense your light. They sense your light. So they have no choice. And so they do the dance of trying to get you in a low frequency and make you feel unworthy and unseen. They have no choice. They can feel you. See, two of the worst pains you can feel, two of the hardest frequencies to go against is envy and fear. This world is constantly trying to get you in envy. And if it can't get you in envy, it tries to get you in fear. And so, thus, the dance. And if it can't get you in fear, it tries to get you in envy. But you must close your mind to this world. You must stop giving this world all of your attention. And start putting your attention on the inner man. Stop looking all out there, wanting the world to accept you and to like you and to understand you. The hard truth is it may not ever accept you. It may not ever understand you. It may not ever like you. So stop paying attention to it and start paying attention to yourself. Start paying attention to the man within. Start paying attention to the God that exists within you. Take your eyes off the world and put your eyes on God, the God within. This world has nothing to offer you. but pain, deception, manipulation, and all kinds of problems. So quit being so attentive to the world and build up your spirit, man. Build up your vibration and your frequency. This should be your attention. This should be your goal. Stop paying so much attention to the outward and pay all of your attention to the inward. Work on yourself. Build yourself up. Stop vying for attention. Stop wanting someone's AVA. Stop wanting someone's attention. Stop wanting someone's validation. Stop wanting someone's approval. And pay attention to your own self. You are in this world, but you're not of this world. This is why you don't fit. You see, the physical is simply a parallel to the spiritual. Everything you see in the physical is just a parallel to the spiritual. Meaning, you can find and sense spiritual things. This is a spiritual battle. And it is disguised by physicality. It is disguised by the physical. But it is simply a parallel to the spiritual. Once you realize everything is vibration and frequency or spiritual, they're one and the same. That this physicality of this world is just a parallel to that.
If you spit blood,
it's just a parallel to the frequency and the vibration of the reality. And once you realize this, you begin to see the spiritual things for what they are. You begin to see the physical things for what they are. Even reality is spiritual. Even reality is vibration and frequency. See, the more you have in this world is only the more you have to lose in this world. I'm not saying having a lot of nice things and all this other stuff is bad. But your spiritual man is so much more important. That should be your main focus, your path, your spiritual path. That should be your main focus. Well, I'm gonna make one more point here today. Then I'm gonna let you have your day back. Be in the world, not of the world. You are in this world and you're not of this world. This is why you don't fit in. You see, when you examine yourself, you must not see yourself as the world sees you. You must see yourself as God sees you. You must see yourself as God sees you. See yourself as Source sees you. See yourself as the love frequency sees you. See yourself for who you are. A spiritual person that is full of love, that wants to love and be loved. And this world does not understand you, accept you, or like you. But that's okay. Because the polarity will shift in your favor. And you win. You will win. Don't buy into the facade that it looks like you're losing. Don't buy into the facade that's trying to make you feel inadequate. Don't buy into the facade that's trying to make you feel stupid. You are a light being. There is no such thing as stupid in you. You just simply connect to the light, and you dance with the darkness, and you move forward. Always move forward. Be in the world, but not of the world. Well, that's my video for today. I want to thank y'all for coming here today. Now we'll come back again for another video with esoteric spiritual knowledge to help your life. You are a light being. Remember, you are in this world. Yes, you are in this world. But you is far, far, far from being of this world. God bless. And I'll see you next time.